Hello everyone and welcome back to Spintires with your host, Hardtruck1. Hello. Black screen. Alright. Okay. So, continuing from last episode, and sorry, apologize for being quite a while, or a few days before I recorded again. Stuff has come up, some stuff has come up and everything and all that other good jazz, and you know all about it and everything. But anyway, okay, so in this episode, or in last episode, we just finished this objective. That last one was like a night run. I think we picked up logs and then we ran them all the way down here for the night run. As you can see, it's about 10:30 in the morning in game. But now what we're going to do is we're going to actually change tactics here. We're going to take this truck and we're going to bring it over here to this log kiosk down here, the southern one. We're going to stop by the garage here with it. We're going to change it to just hauling small logs because we only need the 2 points here and the 2 points there to win this one. We're going to grab the 4320 up here after we get that one. After we get the one that we're in, which is the 255. After we get it configured and then brought over here to this log kiosk, then we'll take grab this guy, bring it down. We'll load up this truck with the necessary amount of logs, and then we'll start delivering to the objectives. Now, why should I take and move from this kiosk over here? That's just to take and use both. That's really all it is. So, alright. So let's get started. Start our truck up. Parking brake off. At least diff lock. And here we go. Run back around. Alright. Change the camera to the front. And we're off. We're off. Put it in all-wheel drive because of all the mud. And who knows? And it kind of looks like we might be able to get away with not actually even having a full tank, getting a full tank of fuel for everything. Because these trucks are pretty efficient with all-wheel drive on. They travel pretty far without having too much trouble with them. Alright, let's get over here. Okay. Alright, we're going to change our configuration. We don't need the long log cart anymore. And we don't need this one. So we'll do that. We'll take just the carrier this time. And that's it. Maybe we'll put the cabin protection on right now. Okay. So that's pretty much our configuration. We just need the regular carrier carrier right now. So now to get to our other log kiosks, so all we have to do is just basically travel back up to the main road, drive around, catch that, park this where we can get the other truck in. Whoop. Alrighty, I guess we're driving through a deep section of mud here. Yay! Very slow. But it's fun. It's fun. I couldn't imagine how... I really cannot imagine how fun it actually would be to drive one of these in real life. Through the mud and everything. Just to watch them just crawl through the mud and everything. But I think the most annoying thing would be is when you get it stuck and you have to get it out. It's like, okay. It's like, what was I thinking about driving this through the mud? Everything. But that's the problem. You don't think about that stuff when you're driving it through the mud, and it's like, oh yeah, this is fun, and then it gets stuck, and then it's like, oh crud. Now it's like, now your short jaunt through the mud has become like a gauntlet to get out of the mud. But it's got to be pretty fun to drive. Now, I don't know about when you get like the logs and stuff on this thing. Then it might become a little bit of a... It might actually become pretty scary to drive it in the mud, because you know your mud's not solid and everything, and it happens to lean just right. And it freaks you out because you think you're going overboard. But anyway, it ought to be. I think it'd be pretty fun to just drive one of these out of in general, because I mean, they're old. They're actually old army trucks, so you know they got to be built pretty tough and everything. All right, we need to look at the map because I'm kinda not sure. Okay, well, there was a shortcut there I could have taken, but I don't know. But we need to go up to this corner right here and then turn right. Okay. I just marked it so that way I could just, I just wouldn't miss it there. Could have been running without these. Oop, right here. Did we seriously just get stuck? Ah, that's why. Big, huge boulder right in the middle of the road. That's why. Alrighty. So we'll get down here and we'll figure out where the key... Ah, there it is. So, woo, okay. Damaged much for some reason. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull this guy off over this way, like so, because we need our other truck to sit right there. Alright, so we're going to shut that one down. We're going to hop over to... Oh, that was the wrong button. This guy. Alright, we're going to start him up. We're going to restore the crane. We're going to pick up our anchors. There we are. Alright, we're ready to get out of here. Now, I'm going to turn on 4-wheel drive to turn around, because the front, having the front be able to pull pull the truck around makes the turning radius on these things a lot shorter. Alright. Try not to lose it on the bridge. Whoa. Okay. Alright. So we're headed down to the other log kiosk to be able to offload or load from it. And the only reason why I'm doing it this way is because it kind of makes it the situation. It's like, okay, well, that log kiosk is, you know, closest to everything, but it doesn't. I mean, it doesn't make as much. I mean, it doesn't prolong the video, the series, because for Spintires, I mean, it's really, truthfully, when you come right down to it, you can complete these. You can complete these maps in very few. Oh, geez. Oh, wow. Okay, then. I didn't realize. I mean, that right there, it shows you that the maps are actually pretty small in comparison to what they look like. I mean, it looks like you're gonna have to drive quite a distance to get somewhere, but in reality, you don't really drive very far at all. I mean, it's like what looks like it's going to be a really long drive is actually fairly short in comparison. I mean, it's like there. I mean, I was like, okay, well, I got to drive all the way around to the other side. Well, yay, I got there in what, couple of minutes. So the length of this game is actually pretty dependent on how far you are willing to do that. You know what? Whatever works for me. All right, let's get our rig deployed. We want 5, 6, 7, and then we want to switch to 3. That was the most interesting button. Okay. Actually, we want up here. Alright, so this one's ready. Let's hop to the other one. Keep hitting the wrong button on the mouse. Alright, so I think what we're going to do is we're going to pull up this way. And then we're going to back around. And we're just going to come right up beside this guy. Try to have it as straight as possible. There we are. Advance, change truck. There we go. Alright, so now we're going to be spawning the short logs. Okay, that bush is going to be annoying. Dang. I'm not exactly sure how many of these we need on this truck to make it do a full load, but probably go about as much as we did with the other one. Whoops. Wrong way. Finally. Alrighty. Probably what we'll do is we'll get the truck loaded in this episode. Next episode we'll take the whoops, wrong one. We'll take the truck on over. I think what we'll do is we'll probably do the furthest one first. The one that's over on that eastern side, I guess. Yeah, because we're almost out of time for this episode. Our sun's starting to go down, so we'll do we'll do probably about 3 or 4 more. That's probably all the time we got for is about 3 or 4 more handfuls of logs. Then we'll get it all set up for next time. Sorry for not really actually talking while I'm doing this, but if I don't really pay attention or concentrate, then I kind of lose focus on what's going on and everything. There we are. One log's kind of sitting on the thing, but that's fine. And we'll do this one. Just drop them in there. Oh, wow. Those two almost went off the other side. Looks like we got time for at least 2 more. There's our cricket bugs. Alright, looks like we got time for 1 more set of logs, and then we're going to have to call it an episode. Alright. Last load of logs going on. There we are. Alright, so let's there we are. Kill the engine on this one. We'll grab change to this truck. We'll load her up. There we are. Alrighty, we are set for the next one. Shut the engine off. So with that, we're going to call this an episode. Next episode, we'll run the logs over to that objective. Come back, grab another set, and we'll run them down to this one. Actually, I think this one's probably the longest. Yeah, actually, maybe they're about the same. They're probably about the same. But anyway, in between the 2 objectives, though, I will actually make an effort to gather the rest of these vehicles at the central garage, just so that we can say that we've driven all of them there, and everything. But anyway, that'll be in the next episode. So, or several episodes or something. But anyway, I'm Hardtruck1. This is Spintires. I'll see you in the next episode. Laters.